I wasn't going to do a video podcast today. I had intended to do a normal audio podcast, but I broke my cord. So there's no microphone. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. I'm coming to you from the standard speakers and microphone of my computer. So I'm hoping that it's working okay and that the message is still going to come out exactly as it needs to. Today I'm talking about being center stage. And this is based off an image that has come to me just over the last few days. And I've really been trying to incorporate the meaning and the message of what that is. And from what I can gather, the way that I have seen our existence as just being part of something that exists around us, that we are a component to everything else that is going on. So right now, while I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm existing in a room, at a desk, with a computer, with a house around me. Outside that house is a yard and roads and a suburb. And then we just keep continuing on. And I'm just part of that. And we are all equally placed in the way that we perceive all these things that are existing with us. But everything that is existing around us, that we can see, that we can feel, that we can touch, that we can believe is real, is all part of the support of the ultimate being of who we are. What I mean by that is the image is you on stage. It's no longer you watching this reality unfold around you, watching this illusionary matrix of existence creating itself in the perceived perception of what we're gathering with our human senses. It's us standing on stage as the star of our own show. Imagine standing on a circular stage and the crowd is all around you. It's a circle stage. There's no front, there's no back, there's no behind the curtain, there's no props. It is you center stage with the spotlight right on you, and everything else around you, all the people, all the audience that is watching you on this stage are not actually watching you. They're not looking at you. They're not waiting for you to do something. They're not wondering what this show's going to be about. They are all your supporting characters because there is no audience. There is nobody watching you. There is nobody sitting in the crowd watching you perform whatever you perform, thinking, yep, I'm going to clap that. That was a beautiful performance. Well done, everybody. There's no one sitting in the crowd going, boo, boo, you suck, get off the stage. There's none of that. But we have been made to believe that that's how we are operating, that everyone around us is judging us based on how we are performing, how are we feeling, what are we doing, what are we looking like, what are we offering, where are we expanding ourselves, how are we raising our kids, where are we working, how much money do we have, what color is our hair, what car are we driving. We're constantly thinking that we are living in a place where these people are judging us, but these people are not these people. This crowd, this audience that you think you have, they are your supporting characters. They are the ones that are helping you create the things that you want, that are existing to allow you to experience everything that you want to experience in this 3D reality that you are now currently sitting in. They are here to help you be able to bring through all those things you need to bring through. So when I talk about the codes of who we are, the energetic vibrational frequencies of who we are, they are all so unique and so meticulously coded to so many different ideas, realities, thoughts, experiences, emotions, feelings, that no one can tell you exactly what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, where you should be going, what is your next step. All of that will come from you. The problem is we don't get to see that. We don't believe that because we still think we have all this audience that is outside judging us. But it is in that process that most people start to embark on when we do realize that there's another possibility of our existence, and there's another way that we can perceive our existence, that we will start to look at things in so many different ways. We will learn new things. We will listen to new thoughts. We will study and become different things. We will embody new feelings and new emotions. We will release energetic holds and different feelings that we're having in the body. But all of that is to get us to that place where we do finally realize how magical, how special, how unique, and how individual we are with our own energetic codes, and the way that we can allow this existence to be everything that we want it to be by just allowing and listening to exactly what it wants to say. And that audience is there to support you. So even when we look at someone and think, oh my God, that person's so mean, that person's so nasty, that person's unhelpful, you created that. How is that supporting you? What is that giving you? And there's so many different ways to answer that, and I can't tell you the one way that you are going to be able to answer that question. And that's the whole thing. We have been taught to look at the things that we don't like, or the things that don't feel comfortable, to think, oh, there's something wrong. I need to work on myself. I'm going to have to do some more healing, maybe do some more shadow work. Let me look at my beliefs. No, I know. Let me go back into my perceived existence of all my past lives to find a way that I can release whatever hold that is, so I can heal and move forward to where I am right now. And whilst, yes, I'm sure that that was great to use way back when you first started trying to create a more aligned version of your existence, yes, that was a great tool to help you to where you are now. The problem is that's no longer going to help you. I know many people are moving towards saying that it is definitely not the time for healing anymore. And like with everything, everyone's going to say something different. Everyone's going to feel something different. Everyone's going to experience something different. But what we're all saying is what we are experiencing right now. And the words that I'm speaking and the things that I am doing and the things that you are listening to are only here in order to support you while you're on stage. I'm in your audience. I am supporting you. Whereas me speaking about this whole idea of being on stage is me being the person on stage. So we are all center stage to whatever it is that we're doing and being. We are also coded to the collective consciousness of the reality that is around us. Even when we can stand on our center stage and we can see and feel what we believe to be true for us, We are still energetically part of everybody else's experience. And it doesn't have to be as big or as potent or as dramatic as we sometimes make it. See, that's where the strength of our becoming center stage comes into effect. That's where we are able to start changing the way that that audience is around us in a way to support us. Instead of resisting the things that are happening, the experiences that we're not enjoying, the lack of money that we're not having, it's more of shifting into becoming who you are, because we know it's never about the things. It's not about the things that we have, how much money we have, how many tools we have, cars, money, houses, sales, whatever it is. Even though, yes, that is part of our experience to want that, and that is fine, that doesn't make us who we are. That doesn't make us the beings that we know we can truly be when we're fully in our highest energetic codes of who we are. These are the codes that exist in the luminescent field. These are the codes that illuminate in a frequency within you and around you, being the highest vibrational frequency that you could imagine or believe in right now. So they will be different for everyone. They will exist in different ways for everyone. They will allow themselves to be seen in different ways to everyone, because we're still on center stage. We are still the main character of this play that we're in. But if we allow those codes to speak, if we allow the essence of that luminescence to speak to us and to show us and to guide us to the things that we want to create and what our next steps are and how we're going to do that, all this audience around us is going to permeate the creation of those codes into matter. They are going to become part of the experience. They are going to be your supporting characters in you creating that thing that you want. But you need to allow it. You need to step into more of the things that you want in order to bring them into creation. It's no longer time to step back into the things that we think we need to heal from. Those experiences, those thoughts, those ideas, those things that happen around us that are not enjoyable, we need to power through them. We need to find a way to flick the switch so that they are no longer something that is holding us back from allowing the luminescence of who we are to permeate into the creations around us. A lot easier than said than done. I can definitely attest to that. It's not, oh my goodness, my life is so amazing every single moment of every day. Unfortunately, I did have a grand illusion that that is how life will be once you start doing spiritual work. That's not reality. Reality is us knowing and understanding ourselves, understanding what our perceived idea of our existence is and finding ways to move through it. Finding something that pulls us through, a choice that needs to be made, a decision that we are doing on our own, putting ourselves on center stage and knowing that everything around us is here to support us and moving through it. Yes, you can continue to do healing modalities if that's what helps you. There's a lot of new things that are coming out now from people to allow you to step into the essence of who you are and the power that you hold as that energetic being that you are. But then that all just boils down to the belief in yourself and the codes that you hold. The power is always in the things that you hold to be the truest for you. And it sounds so simple to say whatever you believe in is going to work. And I will stand by that. I will fluctuate on so many different ideas and thoughts and modalities and existences. But I know that once we agree and allow and hold on to a belief all the way through to what it is, what it allows, what it is trying to show us, that it will work for you. So if I came in here and did a 5-day series and I came and told you that using the power of wiping and I'm grabbing the closest thing to me, wiping a serviette over your body released negative energy, and I believed it, and I spoke to you and you believed it, every time you did that, that would happen. And it wasn't because I was some magical person who discovered a magical new modality. It's because you believed it. It's because you believed in the power that this dirty old serviette rubbing over the skin of your body was going to release energy, negative energy from who you are, whatever it was I was trying to sell you on. So it doesn't matter what the modality is. It's the strength of the belief in it. And the strength of the belief in it will come from your energetic coding. And that will be where you are at right now. So right now, I could believe in someone telling me something and I'm speaking it to all of you. But then at some stage, I may change my mind. I may find something new. I may vary that thought a little bit. My coding has changed for whatever reason. Maybe I released a shade of it. Maybe I deepened the color of it. Because with the codes, how I talk about in the luminescent field, it's like it has its own color. Because as a frequency of light and the different fractals and versions of color, it has so many. So think of it like a color code, and how a red can be so many different types of red. Think of it like that. Your little red code was already connecting to an idea or thought right now, but it's slightly changed. And if you've ever used any color on Canva or any program like that, you know that the code changes. That's what happens with us. So even though we might believe in something right now, that's the specific code we have right now. That can change because of a whole variety of reasons, and it may not even just be our beliefs that change. It could be whatever else you believe in. If you believe in your human design, or the way that the planets align, or the way that the month cycles through, or what happens when you're in the energy of other people, or when you're in different places, those codes will change. So those codes will hold the belief as long as you're holding the belief, as long as all those other energetic codes of that belief are holding it in place. That's why I believe we are constantly changing, we're constantly growing, and we're constantly moving, because we're energetic beings. We live in this energetic existence. This whole universe is made up of energetic waves. This is as far as our knowledge goes. We don't actually ever really know exactly what's happening. And right now, me just speaking to you is me speaking from my codes right now. This is where I'm at right now. This is what I believe right now. And once we get to this stage and we keep growing on this, and we keep believing in the things that we believe in until we don't anymore, we're constantly growing and moving through the different energetic frequencies of who we are. And we could have billions and billions and billions of different codes that come in. We could receive new codes from other people just by walking past, when someone else is speaking, when we're listening to someone speak, when we're reading something, when we see something. So our makeup is constantly changing. Our codes are constantly changing. So we can't stay stagnant. We can't stay stuck. We have to keep moving. So once we understand how the coding works and how that they are changing, and I know not everyone's going to believe me because they don't have the codes that are going to match to the things that I'm saying. And I totally get that and totally understand that. And most people won't agree with me. They will tell me that you need to follow this story or this myth or this ideas. And yes, there are some huge ones out there that a lot of people are attached to. And that's part of that whole collective energy. And being someone like me who does see things and has coding very different to a lot of people, it can be really hard for me to stay in that coding when everything else around you is kind of different to what your coding is. So I have to constantly bring myself back to who I am, who I'm being, what do I believe in, what are my codes telling me. Seeing myself on center stage is now that whole new image now that I can bring in when I am feeling in those moments of, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to say that? And I can remember, hang on a minute, here I am. I'm on center stage. Everyone here is supporting me. If there is any lack or any belief that I'm not holding in myself anymore, why? What was the situation? What was the thought? Was it something outside of us? And I will find a way to shift it. Yes, I could use a modality. Yes, I could just change my mind. Or I could sit in that really sad space or that deflated moment and think, it's too hard, I'm feeling sad, whatever it is. But it won't last because the energetics of who I am won't allow me to stay in those places. And I am now getting to a stage where I can allow those moments to come through. I can allow those moments to be part of who I am because I know that eventually I'm going to get myself back up. I'm going to pull myself back up. And every time we do that, it becomes easier and easier and easier and easier because that's us changing our coding. That becomes the new essence of who we are. That is us continually moving through and allowing that audience to support us in order to be that star on stage, to be that star center performer, creating this amazing story, not for any other viewers out there, but just for ourselves, just for our own energetic codes. All you need to do is picture yourself on that stage. Know that the spotlight's on you, but no one else is watching. It's just you performing for yourself. Everyone else is here to support you. So allow those codes to speak to you. Allow the essence of who you are. Allow that luminescence of your being to flow through so that you can start creating those things that you really want in this world and allow everyone else support you to turn those codes into matter. Because that's all that really matters. Do you like that pun? See how I did that? Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you next week.